Hello everybody and welcome to another video here at TDChannel. Today we are gonna take a little bit of time and just give you guys a very quick overview of how to use Git to be able to get the source files that we have up on our website. This is something that you guys have heard me mention a couple of times in the past. I'm always saying you can go to our GitHub account and download the source code kind of thing. And I usually put an address at the bottom, which I'm displaying here right now. And a lot of you guys maybe went to that website and didn't know exactly what to do. Well, let's give this a look for a second. So this is usually the address I give you guys. It is up here, and this here is the repository where we're keeping all the source code for the courses for TDChannel. This is using a version control system that is called Git. And it's very popular. It's become really popular lately. And we're going to have another video that explains versioning systems in a lot more detail so you understand how they're used and how you can benefit from them. For now, let's just concentrate into how we can get the information from this website. Well, one of the things you can do when you go here, you can always either click this button to download this whole repository as a zip file, or you can click here under downloads, which right now is going to tell you that there's no downloads yet, but you can still download a zip. So if we go back, that button and this button pretty much do the same. So when you click on here, it's going to ask you, if you want to download something, and you can go ahead and do it. Like I'm going to do this right now. And this is the file that he downloaded. So if I go in here, you're going to see that I have pretty much a replicate of what is on the website. So I have a folder called Maya, inside Maya API, Python, and then I have some Python code. If you go to the root under RenderMan, there's like texture mapping stuff. So this is pretty much how you can get the stuff that you need. One of the things that it's really cool about using Git is the fact that usually you can make your computer hold a live connection, you can think of it that way, to what's going on the server. So that next time that, let's say we found a bug in one of our scripts and we update it, all you really have to do is do one little quick command and suddenly you are updated without having to go download and do any of this stuff like going to this website, downloading the zip, unzipping it or anything like that. So to do this, you're going to need a program that allows you to access Git. Under Mac, usually I do it from the command line interface, and we'll have another video that demonstrates that. But under Windows, because I know a lot of people out there use Windows, so I have to demonstrate this on Windows, all you do is pretty much search for this term, Tortoise Git. And this is a little application that it is a shell extension for Windows. And basically it integrates Git pretty well into Windows. So if you go ahead and download this, and like if you click here, it's probably going to give you a list of all the different stuff. So go ahead and download the one that you need for your computer. Whether you're in a 32-bit or a 64-bit environment. Chances are you're 64-bit because that's what pretty much everyone is using these days. Go ahead, download and install it. And when you do, you're going to end up with something like this. This is an empty folder I created under computer and my T drive. You're going to end up with something like this. You make a right click and you're going to see these three entries here: Git clone, Git create repository, and Tortoise Git. And if you go to Tortoise Git, there's a couple of extra things here. There will be more if this folder becomes part of a Git repository. So right now, how you would get our information out of the website and get it in here is basically you would go to our website, and here on the top, once you're inside TDChannel's video files, there's a Git read only. So if you click on that, it's going to give you this address. So all you really have to do is copy this, head over to an empty folder. It's always good to use an empty folder for this kind of things, and just go Git clone. And then here is telling you that there's a newer version available. We're going to go ahead and ignore that. So I'm just going to go ahead and paste this here. And you see right now it tells you, we're going to drop it into video files. I'm going to put this in this location under video files. So one of the things I believe you can do is you can click on browse and it will show you the contents of that directory. Or actually no, if you click on browse there, it's going to ask you where you want to put it. So we do that, and then you know what? That's all you really have to do. Once you have that set up, you can click on OK, and it's going to connect to the internet and download all the files and give you an output of it. And then now you can see I have a folder called video files, which matches the same as here. And if I go in there, I can find all the all the files that have been uploaded to the repository. Like I said, one of the convenient things about doing things this way is, like, let's say you downloaded today, the source code, and next week I do a couple of more tutorials, and there's like a folder here for I don't know, Arnold render or for Houdini, and you want to get everything else, everything that has changed. You don't have to go anywhere. You can go here to this particular folder again and just make a right click and do Tortoise Git pool, and that will bring everything that has changed. So a lot of the things that you have right here you could use to make changes to the Git repository, but remember that you checked it out as a read-only, which means whatever changes you made, you're not going to be able to put it back on the server, so you're not going to be able to break our repository. So this is kind of how it's set up for security reasons. But like I said, just go ahead, follow this tutorial, and you'll be able to download the files. And then once you have the files in here, you can follow the tutorials just using these files as your starting point, so you don't have to type everything from scratch. So if you were following the texture mapping tutorial, you just go in here, find under source, your file, all the source files, and you can always right click on one of these and open this with Notepad, so you can give this this file a look, and then you'll be able to look all the source code. So that's pretty much all for this video. We're going to have another one, as I mentioned, that's going to cover revision systems in a lot more detail. But for the time being, this should allow you guys to download the source code from our GitHub account and start to follow all of the tutorials, with me, so that you don't have to type everything from scratch. Thank you very much, and I'll see you guys in the next video.